BT, I hear you on the track.
Shout out this a baby.
Are you looking to start your own cleaning company? Or maybe you started your cleaning company, but you just need a support group, some mentorship, some guidance. Hell, a bidding calculator just to help you know if you're pricing the job correctly. Join us at cleanbiznetwork.app. That's www.cleanbiznetwork.app today and get on the right track with your cleaning company. We have everything you could possibly need to get you going in the right direction, and see why we've been the leading cleaning business consulting company for the past 5 years, and why they call me, AJ Simmons, the cleaning business GOAT. So I can help you just like I've helped and my company has helped thousands of other people start and grow their cleaning companies. Go to the number one source today, www.cleanbiznetwork.app. Thank you. Yeah, what's good, everybody? Welcome in. I see we got some company today, y'all. So FYI, if you're on Facebook, I cannot see your comments over here. I can see your comments on Instagram if I click over there, and I see YouTube. All right. So actually, I can see your comments on Facebook if you were on the Clean Business Network Facebook page, but on my personal page, I can't see them for whatever reason. So FYI, if you want me to see your comment, make sure you come over here to YouTube. All right. Or go to Instagram. But YouTube is always first. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Today, we're talking about automating those cleaning businesses. And most importantly, I'm here to answer y'all questions. We're going to do some Q&A. We're going to have some fun with it. And let's jump right into it. So for those who don't know, by the way, I'm AJ Simmons. I'm founder of the Clean Biz Network, where we help people start, grow, and scale commercial cleaning companies. If you're in residential, we can help you too. But we primarily focus on commercial. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's see who's checking in. We got my guy, Mr. Mahar himself, just bought some more leads. Hey, listen, he was on there yesterday inside the Clean Business Network call. He was telling us about how good them leads was. He locked in. Let's get to it. I love it. What else we got? I don't know how to say it. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Thais, maybe. Where y'all at? Shout out to you for checking in. Appreciate you. All right. We got Atlanta checking in. Who is that? It is Tishay. No, man, that ain't that what that say at all. I see y'all getting me today now. I don't know what that say. All right, Cloud. We're gonna call that Cloud. Shout out to you checking in from Atlanta. All right. We got DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, Texas, checking in. Blessed Journeys. I appreciate you. We also have you checking in from Utah. How do you price jobs? We're gonna get into it. I got you. Let me start that so I can come back to it. What else we got? We got Cloud says, is it easier to automate short-term rental versus commercial cleaning? I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna start that one as well. We got Miss Monique checking in. Hello, everyone. Shout out from Kentucky. Shout out to Kentucky checking in. Appreciate you. Who else we got? Blessed Journeys. Question: what if you don't have the income to get your LLC? Can you still work? Quick answer: yes, but I'll go into that a little bit later in more detail. What else we got? You said bought leads. Yes, we do sell leads at my company. We do a lot of things at my company. Anything commercial cleaning business related, Clean Biz Network provides it. So if you do need leads, these are guaranteed walkthrough appointments. Go to cleanbizleads.com and don't confuse us with these other lead generation companies, because we are really not a lead generation company. We're really more of an appointment setting company. I just say lead generation because it sounds cooler. All right, cleanbizleads.com to get that link for you. You can drop that in the chat. And then also, not only do we provide leads and set those appointments for you, but also we have a program called the Clean Biz Automation Program. And you see the link to it is right below, cleanbizuniversity.com/automation. That's what we're mainly talking about today. But in that program, I actually show you how my company creates those leads, right? So we actually have a lead generation service. I've been doing that service since 2014. And I just open the hood for you and show you how my company sets those up and sets appointments for cleaning companies all over the United States and Canada. All right. I think we even done a little bit of UK before. Anywhere they speak English, we got you. For some reason, that LinkedIn page. Let's see if I can do it this time. There it is. All right, cool. So if you want those, you can check that out there. All right. Next question was, how to go about getting insurance. I got you. All right. And we're going to start at the top and work our way back down. So honestly, y'all, I ain't really got no main agenda. I'm just going to answer y'all questions and get straight to it. And then I'm going to plug cleanbizuniversity.com/automation if you want to get this automation program and level up your business and automate it. All right. We're going to definitely mention that throughout this entire live, and I'm going to answer y'all questions. And before I get into it, I forgot Instagram. I'm check on y'all real quick. We got, who is this? Lil Fritz 15 says, I got my first 3 contracts from you 5 years ago. Still rocking with 2 of them. Thank you. See, there we go. Shout out to us in lead generation service. Appreciate you checking in and letting us know that. Also, shout out my guy, man. I text him and I asked him because I shout him out. Let me see if he said yes or not. And if he didn't reply yet, I'm just going to sneak this shout out in anyway and let y'all know. Shout out to Capono. That boy just hit $1 million a day. He shot me a text earlier. If you've been watching, shout out to Capono. I believe he pronounced the last name Fatal. He got 2 interviews with me. He started, I think, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. We did our first interview 3 years ago. He was at $84,000 a year. Year after that, he came back. He was at $50,000 a month. Fastest growing CBN member, I think, ever. Then after that, now today, here we go. Fast forward to today, the man hit $1 million, bro. Man, I hit $1 million. He the second person 100% homegrown from CBN, like that actually started with me, to hit $1 million. So shout out to him, man. And okay, I was seeing if that was him texting me back. But shout out to Capono for sure. I'm so excited out, man. I was going crazy with him earlier. He's the second one to do it. Sean Richards, I believe, was the first. And we got plenty of other people who have hit that mark, but I'm just talking specifically about the people who literally started with me, went through my program, started with us, leveled up and got the automation program after the starter program, and they just kept going from there. So shout out to him, man. All right, cool. I see more questions coming in. We're going to get straight to it, y'all, so I ain't going to play with it. Let's start with the very first question that came up, and let's go here. How do you price jobs? Well, first thing first, I'm going to give you the quick here. But I do have a whole video, and I went back and watched it the other day. I was like, I gotta take this shit off of YouTube. It's too good. It's way too good. I'm at the whiteboard, and I really, really, really broke it down to the science. So if you look up AJ Simmons, how to bid or how to price, it should pop right up. You see me at the whiteboard. But anyway, the way you do it is a formula. You want what is it? Hourly rate multiplied by the time it's going to take to clean, multiplied by the frequency. Okay. So whatever you want to charge the customer per hour, multiply that by how much you charge per hour, which if you don't know that, then all you got to do is know how much is it going to cost you to provide the service. And how do you know that is how much would you pay somebody else to do it? And then any other cost of goods sold. You add that together and then you put some profit on top of that. That's how much you charge them per hour. And then you multiply that by the frequency. The frequency is how many times you're going to go per week. All right. Or per month. And that's your monthly price. Bam. Hopefully that helps. And if not, I got a whole video on that. All right. What else we got? Is it easier to automate short-term rental cleaning versus commercial? My opinion, of course, this is not fact. My opinion is absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because be clear, by the way, I've never done Airbnb cleaning or short-term rental cleaning. I'm 100% commercial, but just ideally, like thinking about it, if you look at Airbnb cleaning, it is a lot of variables, right? You got people doing late checkouts, early check-ins, all this type of stuff. They want you to come at the last minute a lot of times. It's just a lot of it's a lot of variables, and I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? And actually, let me know if y'all hear something in the background because I forgot my dryer is running. I should have closed my door. So anyway, but yeah, commercial on the other hand is very scalable. Usually, you clean one building, you pretty much can clean the rest of them depending on the niche, right? Like most offices, if you clean an office, you clean an office. If you clean a restaurant, you pretty much clean the restaurant. If you clean a car dealership, you clean the car dealership. So it's very repeatable. It's after hours. It's less labor intensive because you're not climbing inside of bathtubs and getting so detailed and all of that good stuff, which I don't know. Airbnb probably ain't as tedious as residential, but it's still, I imagine, it's more tedious than commercial because like we're not making beds or none of that type of stuff. We're not washing clothes. You know what I mean? So to me, commercial absolutely is way easier to automate because it's more scalable. Simple as that. You can take people and you train them and then they're pretty much good to go on all the buildings. And again, it's after hours. You clean at your own pace. Airbnb, you got to have some speed on there. You know what I mean? You got to be ready to go. And it seems way more more high pressure. But again, I'm not knocking Airbnb. It's just my opinion. All right. What else we got? Question. What if you don't have the income to get your LLC? Can you still work? Of course you can. But let's be clear. LLC does not cost that much. I don't know what state you in, but usually you can get an LLC for anywhere from $100 to $200 depending on where you are. Some states even be having certain things going on where they let you get one for free sometime. I remember not too long ago, California had that going on. Even though they're one of the most expensive states to ever get one in. I think it's them, Texas, and probably New York maybe might be the most expensive if I can remember correctly. But most of them, it only costs $100, maybe $2. It's not that expensive at all. Go directly through your state and get it. Don't go through no legal Zoom or no legal whatever. All these side companies are trying to get it you to let them do it for you. Just go get it yourself. And if you don't know how to do it, then join Clean Biz Network, the regular basic membership. I show you how to do it in the course. And by the way, you can join Clean Biz Network for free right now. So go to cleanbiznetwork.com, www.cleanbiznetwork.com/challenge. And you can get in for free for 30 days. All right. Watch that course while you're in there and go get your LLC. I show you, literally share my screen and walk you through how to get an LLC. All right. What else we got? Oh, you know what? I should elaborate on that one a little bit more. Because you asked it a particular way. What if you don't have? So to answer your question directly, though, I told you what I think you should do. Just get it. But if you just determine you want to work right now today and you ain't got the LLC, can you? Absolutely, you can. But if you plan to do commercial, just it's business to business. They want to pay a business. You know what I mean? It's more secure. You protecting yourself because that's what an LLC is, limited liability company. So it's separating you from your company. So it's limiting the liability that you're liable for. So it limits the liability that in case anything happens when you're doing business, it limits that liability to the company and stops it from your personal assets. Now we're talking legal now, but be clear. One, I'm not an attorney. This is not legal advice. I'm just explaining that part. Two, just having that designation alone won't always protect you if you're not running the company correctly, structuring it the correct way. You're not commingling funds and all that good stuff. All right. Hopefully that helped. The answer was yes, you can. All right. What else we got? How do I go about getting insurance? It's very simple. You go to insurance.cleanbiznetwork.com. So it'll be insurance. Let me type that in and copy and paste that. So insurance.cleanbiznetwork.com. I am a partner with Next Insurance, and they provide great rates. Most of the people in the industry usually use Next Insurance when they first starting out. I highly recommend it. And like I said, I'm an affiliate with them, so I will get a little kickback if you go through my link. And you should, because I'm giving all this free game away. At least you can do. Look out for me that way, right? All right, what else we got? I'm going to check Instagram in a minute if y'all over there. I'm going to stop at this one, and then I'm going to go over there. All right, also, do we contract cleaners or hire employees? Is your preference. And if you ain't trying to do LLC, you shouldn't be thinking about that yet. I mean, just go and get the LLC first. But do you contract cleaners or hire employees? It's just your preference. Me personally, I prefer contract cleaners, but some other people prefer hiring employees. I see the pros and cons for both sides. It's literally just your comfortability. I guess I can go a little bit more. So the reason why I prefer contract cleaners over employees is one, I don't want to have to deal with payroll taxes. Two, in my opinion and in my experience, I think that contract cleaners, they're entrepreneurs. So they take more pride in their work versus employees who just kind of showing up just to get a paycheck. They kind of don't really care. They're just there for their check and they get the hell out of there. Contract cleaners, this is what they do. This is their profession. So they're going to take a little bit more pride in their work. Now, is that guaranteed? Absolutely not. And some of these contract cleaners, they think they your equal and they think that you can't tell them nothing. Meanwhile, if they really was all this and that, then why would they be selling under you? So there's that too. So it's pros and cons to both, but it's really your preference. So I would just say do your research. Maybe have a good conversation with ChatGPT or one of them AIs you like to use and just kind of figure out what you think will be the best fit for you. All right, I'm going to go over to Instagram right now. Let me start this next question, which was by Cloud. I'm going to come back to you in a minute. All right, what we got going on over here? How do I get the free 30 days? You go to cleanbiznetwork.com/challenge, or just go straight to cleanbiznetwork.com, click on sign up, and at checkout, type in challenge is the coupon code, and you got it. Perfect. All right, what else we got? We back on YouTube. Do you recommend franchise commercial cleaning through JanPro? No. Straight up, no, I don't. However, am I religious against it? No. You know what I mean? You do what's best for you. If there was a rare situation where I was speaking to somebody the other day, just to give an info call, and because she's a single mom, because she's working 2 jobs, and because she just had so much going on, I said, you know what? Go over there just so you can get in the game. Then once you get in there, you get a few contracts going, you got your money flowing, come back and see me, and then I can help you get independent and keep more of your money, right? And actually teach you how to run your actual real company. Because the franchise ain't going to teach you how to run a company. They're going to teach you how to work for them, pretty much. You're not going to learn how to bid jobs, sell and close deals. You won't own your contracts. They own them. They can take you out of them anytime. They're taking those franchise fees. And again, am I saying that it's a scam? Absolutely not. It's a legitimate business. But it's just not. If you don't have to do that, then why would you? I literally created Clean Biz Network so you don't have to do it. And be clear, this is coming from a guy. Former franchise owner of the year. Honorable mention. All right, I didn't win the franchise owner of the year, but I was top 10 in the country. That's what they're actually in the world, because they international. They don't just got those here. So yeah, I did that. So ain't like I'm not speaking from experience, and that's also not the only franchise that I was with. All right, but I literally created Clean Biz Network so you don't have to do that. All right, what else we got? Miss Culinary T says, hey, I want to start, but I'm not sure how to start and leverage it. CleanBizNetwork.com. Join us. It's free. Okay. Literally. And today, by the way, let's be clear. We talking about automating our cleaning business today. That's the goal. Make sure that if you already in business and you're ready to go to cleanbizuniversity.com/automation and let's level you up and get you scaled and get you automated. And if you are new and you do want to automate and you like, well, I'm new, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for that advanced program yet. Be clear. If you get the advanced program, it comes with the starter program as well. So the only difference, and if you get automation, there's no monthly fees. When you join as a basic member, you pay $99 a month. You get the automation program, you don't pay no monthly fees. It's annual. All right. But it covers that up front plus the extra stuff that you get with the automation. Like we pre-built automation systems for you in the software. You get coaching from me and my partner, Sherman Lewis, who's actually right here. Shout out to him. He usually up here as well. If it's not me up here, he up here telling you about how great we are and how much we're willing to help you with your automating your business. All right. But yeah, for you, I would just say if you're just getting started, just join us. It's free right now. CleanBizNetwork.com. Put in coupon code, click join, and then coupon code challenge when you check it out. All right. And the goal is close a deal. In them 30 days, go all in. You get a course, a whole Cleaning Business Starter course. It's going to teach you literally everything you need to know. I will say once you get in, go straight to that course, lock in for a whole week or less if you can finish it faster. You finish that course. Once you finish that course, you literally just follow that through. Follow it all the way through. And then your goal is to close at least one deal before that 30-day trial is up. So that way you got the business covering that monthly fee and you not really paying, the business is paying for itself. All right. And that's how I try to do all bills. Like even with y'all brand new and you asking about insurance, I would just get the quote right now. I wouldn't actually sign up for it until I got a customer or a contract to cover that monthly fee as well. All right. What else we got? Shout out to you. I don't remember what I was talking about when you said that, but glad I could help. All right. What else we got? Bam. He said, congrats. That's insane. But the path is paved for you in CBN automation. Let's go. Let's get to it. All right. What else we got? Which, by the way, my guy that just hit 1 million, he automation. He came through there. All right. How do we go about paying ourselves? Like if I want to buy a house or car, is it simple as putting money into your checking account from your business? That's a great goddamn question. I love when people ask those type of questions because that's the stuff that I had to bump my head and learn the hard way. And a lot of people don't be knowing. They just be doing business for years and years and years and don't really know how to properly structure their company. So first way to answer your question, and then I'm going to go into the house and car part. Yes. Starting off, that's exactly how you pay yourself. The customer pays you. It goes into your business account. And then when you want to pay yourself, you literally can transfer it from your business account to your personal account. That's called an own and draw. That's how most people are going to start off paying themselves. Once you get to a certain point, according to the most CPAs that I've listened to, is usually around $60,000 a year net, not gross. Once you get to that point, then you want to transfer your LLC over to be taxed. You're not changing the entity structure. You're just changing the taxation structure to an S corp. And now you're going to be put on salary. All right. And then once you get it put on salary, now it's easy to get that house and that car and all this good stuff. Trying to see else what else I want to say out here. If we was inside CBN, I would say some way more things, but I'm going to keep this light right now. Another thing that I'll say on that is this. Can you qualify for a house with your bank statements? You can, but you need to be in business for like 3 years for them to accept that way. And you also can't be taking a loss on the business either. So that's the other thing. Everybody want to write off. Everybody want a tax refund. That shit all cool until it's time for you to go finance something and it's showing that your business taking a loss. So keep that in mind. But as far as a car, that's easy. You can literally show them bank statements and go get it. You might even, depending on what type of car you're getting and what the circumstances is, you might even get the car in the company's name and get some deductions on that interest if you're financing it. So yeah, there's levels to that though. So because certain type of cars qualify for that too. All right. What else we got? Thanks for your honesty. I was checking them out. No problem. All right. What else we got? I'm already cleaning, but for short-term rentals, I've been doing it for 6 years now. I've been doing it for 6 years, but now I want to do commercial. Welcome over. You're going to love it. Trust me. And you can do both. Like you got your Airbnbs. You probably get paid quicker I'm not sure what your turnaround time is as far as getting paid, but it's probably faster. Commercial does have sometimes, depending on how you structure your company, but a lot of times you got actually it's crazy. Somebody was just talking about that right down here. But sometimes you got net 30s, net 60, net 90. Sometimes it could take a while to get paid depending on the contracts and all that good stuff. So it's still good to keep that Airbnb or I keep saying Airbnb short-term rentals portfolio within your business, your book of business or your mix of business, I guess is another way of saying it. All right, cool. I'm back over here to Instagram. Y'all still ain't got nothing. Cool. Appreciate y'all checking in and watching though. Back to YouTube. All right, what else we got? Do you remember? No, I'm sorry. Do you recommend having a holding company set up for your LLC? I haven't done that before, so I'm not really qualified to speak on that. But I will say this: I don't see why it would hurt. Here's the problem, though. I'll say this. Here's the problem. Actually, let's say it this way. Sometimes, especially as new entrepreneurs, because we don't know any better, right? And I'm saying we because I used to play basketball and I was always a point guard and I was taught to be a leader. So when you're speaking to your people, you say we, even if the shit don't apply to you, because I'm far from a new entrepreneur at this point. But I know I'm speaking to mostly new entrepreneurs. But what I was going to say though, do you recommend having? Yeah. So sometimes as new entrepreneurs, you listen to so many different people and people are teaching you different things. And sometimes you can't tell the difference between offensive strategies and defensive strategies. And when you first getting started, you just need to focus on offense. Offense is things that's going to get you money. You having a holding company ain't going to make you no more money. So honestly, me personally, I'm like, just get to the bag first, and then we can learn how to protect the bag, as we growing, or at least after we get it at the worst. But in the beginning, defense, at the end of the day, if we playing basketball, you got to put that ball in the hoop in order to win. I don't care if it's 2-0. But somebody got to score. So we need to get to that money first and then worry about how to protect it. So that holding company is more so a protection mechanism versus a offensive mechanism. So keep that in mind. Then the other thing I was about to say too is, okay, well, if you do that, now these are multiple companies that you're talking about. So now you got to have bookkeeping for the holding company and you got to have bookkeeping for the LLC. Then when you go to do taxes, guess what? They're going to charge you twice for that too, which is not cheap. To get taxes done once your company gets complicated and start bringing in real money, you do multiple transactions. So it's a lot. And honestly, it's just not necessary unless it's a specific strategy that you're trying to do. Like maybe you're getting into real estate and you got to protect the assets or something like that. That might be different. But just for you to start a cleaning company, unnecessary, not now. We get to that later. Let's get to the bag first. All right. Blessed Journey says, is taking a net 30 pay okay or normal or even a net 60? It is. Oh, yeah, these apartments. I don't mess with those. I don't mess with those. And that's one of many reasons why they just got a lot going on. But it is normal, though. It is normal. Typically, the bigger a contract is, the longer the pay cycle can be sometimes. But for smaller ones, you don't have to tolerate that. Honestly, I wouldn't. First and 15th with short term. There you go. So that's a little bit more often than commercial. Which, unless you structure it in the way where you get paid on the first 15. Shout out to my guy Ricky up in Chicago doing tens and tens of millions of dollars a year with his cleaning company. And they do first and 15th, right? But they grew to that point where they built up the confidence to start putting it in their contract. And they got a reputation now where they can demand that, right? Or command it. Then I got my guy DJ The Ball. Shout out to him on YouTube. I'm not sure if he's still active anymore, but he helped a lot of people over the years, and he's big on get paid up front. Ain't no net nothing. It's due on receipt. You send that invoice on the first, and we get paid on the first. So that's also an option. Again, remember, it's your company, so you are in control. You the one who sends them the terms of service over. When you send that proposal over, you typically got your terms of agreement as well attached to that on that last page, and you get to put what you want your terms to be. Now, if they agree to that or not is a whole nother story. But you do get to at least go in and negotiate that. You get to initiate negotiations on that. So keep that in mind too. All right, what else we got? Any recommendations on getting health insurance for me and the family? I'm seeing the rates between $1,000 and $1,500 a month, or is that normal? Man, health insurance is a bitch for entrepreneurs. I'm gonna tell you that now. What is it? Affordable care? What is it? Healthcare.gov, basically. would be before that. Actually, there is a solution before that, and a lot of people don't like to admit it, but it is the shit, and it's called Medicaid. So see if you qualify for Medicaid first, and that's another reason too why, as soon as you can, put yourself on a salary, a set salary, even if it's minimum wage, put yourself on there and pay yourself as least as possible. This is not financial advice. I'm not a CPA. Here's my opinion. Okay, be clear. But put yourself on salary, pay yourself as low as you can, and see if you can go qualify for Medicaid and food stamps and all of that. Get what you can. And then if you need more money in addition to that low salary that you're paying yourself, you can pay yourself on a draws in addition to that salary. I'm going to stop there. Hopefully that helps. But I gave you two places. Start with Medicaid, and if you don't qualify, go to what is it called? Healthcare.gov. All right, what else we got? I just got an LLC, and then there are private people too that sell health insurance, but in my experience, they weren't the cheapest. But we'll see. All right, I just got my LLC last month. Looking for pointers. You here? Just keep listening. I got you. And if you think it's something on the way, ask away. And actually, we 30 minutes in already. So the way this is supposed to work is, I'm sitting on here for 30 minutes. All right, I tell y'all about how great the Cleaning Business Automation program is. And then after you hear this for about 30 minutes and you decide, you know what, I want to get in, good. Because guess what? Right after this call, I go in and do my weekly call with my automation members. All right, so I'm actually about to head over there. If you want to join me, well, you have to join the program in order to see. And so, and then we go deeper and we start going through CRM systems and all type of good stuff. But I'm going to give y'all a little bit more. You stuck? Ask the question. Let me help you get unstuck. All right. No problem. You're welcome. All right. What else we got real quick? It's partnering with apartment management companies to clean their apartments. Complex is worth it on a net 30 or net 60. Not to me, but to each their own. I think you got to look at it and see how much are they paying you? Even, and there's another thing too. If you got people working for you, how are you going to pay them in between those 60 days when you're getting paid? Those are things you got to think about. So either A, you got to have that money already in the bank to do the payroll. B, you tell them they get paid when you get paid, which good luck. That's touchy. That's touchy, all right? And then also that depends on if you got employees or contractors or something else. But yeah, anyway, I think, yeah, I'm gonna keep going. All right. Do you have any recommendations on if I should need help from a CPA? I don't think my company is properly structured. I made $200,000 last year, and this is all pretty new to me from doing it myself. You fine? So at $200,000, you probably netting what? 60. You right at that point where it's time for you to put yourself on salary. You're fine. So if all you've been doing so far is accept the payments through the business and then just using the business account and transferring it over to your personal, cool, you're fine. So now, but from here though, you're gonna want to go to Google, type in, I forgot the name of the form, but just type in the form you need to transfer over to an S corp, and then it might be time to do that. What else I was gonna say on that? I was laughing at this. It's probably a good idea. And again, remember, I'm not a CPA. It's just my opinion. But it's about that time where you probably should get taxed as an S corp now. But you can talk to a CPA. I did not. I did speak to. Who did I speak to? Because I eventually I did start hiring people. One, I got a CFO now, but I did this way before that. I eventually hired a bookkeeping service, which was called Bench.co. So www.bench.co. And with that service, they had complimentary CPAs that you could speak to. So I actually did speak to one now that I think about it. And then also, I just watched, I binged on CPA YouTube videos. and just kind of self-taught myself. And then also, I did my taxes so long myself. So I kind of started figuring this stuff out anyway. But yeah, you definitely had that sweet spot where it might be time to consider. And even if, we'd be scared to talk to these professionals, lawyers, CPAs and all of that stuff because we think it's going to cost so much. But you'd be surprised. Just book a 1 hour session with them. Sometimes they do a complimentary for you, just an intro consultation. And then go in there and just ask them, that question, let them know where you are. You're afraid that you might be messing up and you want to know, just ask away. All right, what else we got? I think everybody should be agreeing with this guy and joining Clean Business Network. If you are already in business and you're ready to really scale it and automate it, I highly recommend that you join us by going through cleanbizuniversity.com/automation and getting that automation program so we can get you automated. And if you are just getting started, join the regular Clean Biz Network program. Go to www.cleanbiznetwork.com/challenge. All right. You record those calls. I can't join till tonight. I have an appointment. Yes, they're all right there inside of the community. So if you're in the automation program, we have multiple different channels, and CBA members, Clean Biz Automation members, have a specific channel. They stay right in there. All right, cool. I'm gonna do this one. I owe so much in taxes each year. That's my problem. That's a good thing, honestly. You're making money. And then you just got to make sure too. I'm not sure who does your taxes, but make sure you're taking advantage of all of your write-off and tax deductions and stuff. Sometimes people are so scared of the IRS that they don't take full advantage of the deductions that they qualify for. And then a lot of times too, there's certain expenses that your company can pay for and it's legal, but people be scared to do it and they'll just pay for it themselves. And now you're missing out on those tax benefits. But again, if you're trying to buy a house or something, this is a good thing, because it shows that you're profitable if you owe. But if you not buying anything, then it's about time to try to start minimizing those taxes. So that's my opinion. All right. Anybody else over here on Instagram? We are good over here. All right, y'all. I'm going to go and wrap it up. If you are in the automation program, meet me inside the community. Go to the automation tab. I'm about to go live over there right now. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I guess we'll leave just like
headed to the top. Ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, on property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm on my grind, not no more.